Hello everyone. Today we are going to see the basic information on Linux file system. What are files in Linux? Everything in Linux is considered as a file. A hard disk or a printer can also be a file. Files are classified into regular files and special files. Regular files are the usual files, the text document, directories, or a image file or a sound file. Anything can be considered as a regular file. Special files are the input-output devices, links, sockets, pipes, and block devices are considered as special files. Each file or a directory is uniquely identified by its name in the directory in which it resides. For example, you have a directory called document. All the files in the document directory should have unique name. You have some other directory called images. Images can have unique names. The files in the image directory should have unique names. But the names of a file in one directory may be same as the file in another directory. So each file is also assigned a unique identifier across the directories. It is called as an inode. What are file systems? File system is a logical collection of files on a partition. Now I would like to give an example. In Windows operating system, you have hard drive partitioned into many drives. We call that as C drive, D drive, E drive. You can store files in any of the drives. But if you want to recover it, you want to retrieve it, you have to go to that location and access that file. Or you can use the search facility to access the file. So here you can see that the physical way in which the files are assigned is same as the logical way. But in Linux, a partition is a container for information and it can span an entire hard drive, or the hard drive can have various partitions just as in Windows. But each partition usually contains only one file system. It allows for the logical maintenance and management of differing file system. There are no dependencies between one file system and another. Now comes the difference between Linux file system with any other file system. In Linux, all physical hard drives and partitions are unified into a single directory structure. That means the files are stored is different from logical way of searching. So you have different file systems: CRAMFS, ext2, ext3, ext4, MS-DOS, NTFS are some of the examples. There are hundreds of file systems available in Unix Linux operating system. There are two commands associated with file system: mount and umount. When you start using a file system, it has to be mounted in order to be usable by the system. So when you are doing the booting process, you have to mount the Linux root file on the root directory. Similarly, when you have finished the working with the file system, you have to unmount it using the command called umount. This umount is usually done when you are shutting down the system. You have FHS, file system hierarchy standard. That is how a file system arranges the files. You have a root directory. Underneath the root directory, you have so many directories. Each directory has got some special meaning associated with that. Now you can see that these directories can in turn can have subdirectories. The subdirectories in turn can have some more subdirectories. So you can see that the entire file system hierarchy is like a inverted tree with a root at the top and all the directories follows that root. How do you navigate the file system? You must know the meaning of a word called path. Path gives you an address of the file or a directory on a file system. Where exactly a file is situated is given as a path. When you give a command, the command has to reach the file in the particular path and then gets executed. So when you specify a path, it can be an absolute path or it can be a relative path. Absolute path is always described in relation to your root. So it always begins with a slash. Relative path is relative to your current working directory. It will never begin with a slash. You have another one called path. It is an environmental variable. It tells the shell which directories to search for executable files in response to the command issued by a user. When you give a command called ls, so ls will have a binary file associated with that and it will be stored in a bin directory. So when you give the command, Linux directly executes the file associated with that. The path is specified in the environmental variable path. This path consists of a series of colon-separated absolute paths. These are all some of the concepts you must know about the file system. Thank you for your patience listening.